Well, we're out this morning and it's definitely a different day today, and already we're only a mile away from home, and this is pretty much, and I say home, I'm on the Faroe Islands and we're here to shoot these behind me, but I've just had to spin the camera around because there was a bit of a rainbow, but I don't want to shoot the rainbow because this in front of me, or behind you now, or in front of me now, is absolutely something of a dream, an absolute dream. I love this picture. Now I'm going to have to do one of my special ones where I hold the camera up in the air because I haven't got the separation I want, so I'm going to have to tilt my screen down a little bit and shoot with the camera high up in the air. So I'm going to try and do this the best I can. I have to go a little bit wider than I would normally, and I'm going to focus on the little huts. They're like little golf ball huts. They're really nice, very silhouetted because the sun is so bright behind, but the atmosphere in the clouds and the sky and what's going on around us at the moment is absolutely beautiful. Love it. I've never seen anything like this, so this to me is a treat. So I'm going to hold my camera up in the air. Hopefully I can get that separation of the fjord coming up between it, and this is going to be a stunner. So I've just taken a shot, I've had the tripod right up in the air, you've seen me do it before, and it looks, wow. On the back of the camera, it looks really special. So it was a 10-second timer. The shutter speeds are 650 to 1000 because we're shooting straight into the sunlight. So holding it up is pretty fine, but this as a silhouette for me is one of my nicest silhouettes I think I've probably ever taken. Really nice. I hope it's as good on the screen as it is to look at on the back of this. Just love it, absolutely love it. Enjoy this one, and yeah, let's go and shoot something else. Oh, wow. We've still got the little huts behind me. I've just moved over now and shooting out towards the coast because looking out to sea, it is amazing. This is one of those welcome to the Faroe Islands photographs. It's long lens. I'm bracketing as a safety net, purely a safety net. I don't need to bracket, but it's there. I don't want to go back and miss something, so I'm going for the safety net. We've got a rainbow behind us. Rainbow! We've got a rainbow behind us again. It looks, the atmosphere today is looking good. We've got bright skies and gaps, we've got clouds and stuff behind us, and that rainbow, if I can get this, let me just see if I can get this. Let's see if I can manage to get this on the long lens with that mountain. I'm not sure if I can. I've got to be quick. Spin it round. I'm gonna have to be quick. There we go. We've got mountain, big rainbow. Very nice. The two of them have just run out the car, Denise and Andrea, and I'm going to take one with my phone as well just to prove it. It is getting brighter and brighter. Look at that. Wow. It's now a full rainbow. They've got the wide angle lens on, I've got a narrow lens, but the atmosphere is cool. I'm going to have to swap the lens. I'll be back. Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting stronger.
I've got the houses right in the middle.
It's getting stronger. Panoramic time. Yes. Beautiful. The houses in it look absolutely stunning, and well, hello, Faroe. I've just run off and left my camera bag. Special. This is special. I am absolutely freezing, but we're managing to get mountains, the little golf ball huts, and some rainbow colour. So yeah, pretty good. It's just fading off now. It's just starting to disappear, but that was brilliant. Hello. Did you see that? Did you see what they're doing? Copying my shot. The rainbow's dying away now, so yeah, this is going to be. I got a funny feeling this is going to be a fun day of just randomly going for it and shooting. And it's all about being quick, being fast, and being ready and responsive. And I think that can pay off a lot when you're ready to get a shot. And I've just seen another one. I've just seen another shot, and if I can get it, I'm going to get it without them. So I'll take it quick, and I'll be back. That was a scramble. Hopefully the rainbow just went off a little bit as I got down to that location, but that was a peachy location, really, really nice. And one that these two haven't got. Woohoo! Right, I need to find my bag that I run off and left. The only good thing with shooting over here is there's not that many people around, and the people that are here are photographers, so your gear is quite safe when you run away from it. But this is a beautiful location, and one to add to the Faroe map that me and Andre are going to put together. We're back in the car. Andre's driving, which is a good, really, really good. And Mrs. C, look, she is with me. If you haven't seen the other couple of videos, she has been with me. And the other couple of videos, to be honest, like today, is just a random travel the Faroe Islands, to be honest. Where to travel, is it? Where to travel the Faroes? Wandering the Faroes. That's what we're doing, wandering the Faroes. I think that's what we're going to call these videos. It's just random. I mean, I've been here before, a little bit more concentrating on going to a location and taking some photographs, whereas this last weekend it's just been random going to places, and this morning is very special. So yeah, fingers crossed for a couple of nice unique images. We are at our next little location, and this is a bit of a walking location, so we're getting ourselves ready. Just need to change my lenses and put my camera back in my bag, or at least clip it to my capture clip so I've got the camera handy. Put the longer lens back in. But we're at the Funningur viewpoint. Funningur. We're at the viewpoint, so we're going to go up, show Denise, Mrs. C, the view up there, and you get a really nice look along the fjords, and conditions are looking pretty good. So we've got some lot of low cloud and light coming through in different places. So yeah, let's make our way up, and we'll have a look when we get up there. So we've only been walking 2 minutes, and already we're stopping, taking pictures. We've got this lovely leading line of the river and the rocks and the little S-curve road and the nice sharp pointy peaks. Really, really nice. And there's another one of the 3 little peaks up in the front, and the snaking road up round it. So again, some nice little shots as we walk along, and we are literally 2 minutes across the first bit of boggy field, and now we're going to lead ourselves round, and that's when the fjord opens up. That's when you get that really, really classic Faroe Islands look that we all travel so many miles to come and see. The river or what?
The village and the road.
The village and the road, yeah. I've got a better one than that. You're not very good, so just... Huh? Nothing. And we were coming to the edge now, where you can see down into the fjord and Funningur, the village, which is where I stopped at the beginning of the year, but the light, which is behind you, which is on Calsoy at the moment, is, I'm going to, excuse my French, flipping amazing. Wow, it is something else. And when Denise sees these, the fishing pools as well, she's going to love it. She's going to get the big long exposure. But I'm going to flip you around, just have a look at the light on this. So I've just set the camera up to do a panoramic. I think this image in front of me is too good not to get a long panoramic image. The textures and the colors and the layers in this image are absolutely amazing. They're beautiful with this really deep, moody, caressing sky. The way the sky's caressing the tops of the hills and stuff, and then you've got this blue rich water at the bottom. I just think it's too good to miss up. And there is a bit of light casting across, which is just giving me some textures and tones to it. So I'm doing a panoramic f8, lots and lots of shots, and this is going to be a very wide, very slim image. But I have in mind that I've got an option then to crop sections out of it. Once it's stitched together, I can have a long image showing the full length, you know, the length of the Faroe Island, or I can actually take a chunk out of it if a certain piece looks better than the rest. So I'm thinking, and I'm imagining this hanging up above my sofa at wall, to be honest. My wall behind my sofa. So I'm going to take several shots of this. I think because the light's coming across, each time I take it, it's going to be slightly different, and we're just going to make sure I go home with one that is focused. I'm in manual, completely manual shooting. You have to be in manual when you're doing a panoramic like this, because you cannot afford the beginning to the end to change, because the tone will just change right through the image. So you need to keep it consistent right the way through. The light, as you can see, is hitting us now over the top, which again could even cause a rainbow over there. That would just be out of this world, but this is going to make a really nice panoramic. So I've just taken a selfie down on the rocks, one of the classic selfie locations with the fjord behind me, and I was using my intervalometer to show, you know, so I can get in the image and get it taken. So I set up 10 photographs, one every 10 seconds, and just let the camera fire away. And I just walked into the image, got in position and took the shot. Walking up the hill, I was just seeing a sheep as well, so because I'm carrying my camera on my tripod, I managed to get a long shot of the sheep, and he did actually turn and look at me as well, so I think that looked quite good. Very classic for the Faroe Islands, the sheep. They're very protected over here. If you ever come to the Faroe Islands, do not upset the sheep. They are well protected. They're more thought of than they are their own family, so be warned. And yeah, we're just making our way up the hill. Andre's just been doing his selfie. Now I've shown him how to use his intervalometer, and I'm making my way up the hill slowly to get a slightly higher shot and to go for the ultimate selfie position again. And you know I love a selfie, and I've already got one from here, but it's not today and it's not this weekend, so we're making our way up. And Denise is loving it. She's like, wow, this place is phenomenal. And yes it is. I haven't visited many places on earth, but this is definitely one of them. I mean, gosh, look at these views. I mean, come on, how amazing is this? And she's actually got a sheep. The sheep's down there playing with her, look. Actually, sheep's gone down to play with Denise and Andre. That's one I just took a picture of. So, right, I'll see you at the top. So it's turned into playing silly buggers, which is the best fun I get to have. So I've got a shot set up in front of me. I've got the mountain sticking up into the thundery looking clouds. I've got the other mountain sticking up over there. I've got the fjord running through the middle, and I'm going to plonk myself slap bang, I hope, in the middle of that fjord. So I'm just balancing my camera at the moment to get myself right in the right position for it. Dig my tripod into the ground, get it as level as I can. So we set up our composition, rocks, boulders, bracketing, atmosphere going on at the top. I'll go a little bit wider, I don't mind. And I'm just going to be a little speck. Now to do this, I'm going to go into my intervalometer, and on the Fuji I've already got it set up as 2 clicks. So into the intervalometer, I'm going to take 10-second intervals, and I'm going to set it to, I don't know, I'm going to set it to 20 photographs. Why not? Carry on along. I want it to start straight away, so it'll do a 2-second timer, it'll take a photograph, and then it'll take a photograph, and it'll keep going. So I'm going to flip you round, and I'm going to show you me running into the shot and where I'm going to run over to, and yeah, you'll probably see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just going to move the camera around a little bit, and then I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm kind of sort of looking at something a little bit like that. So I'm going to leave it running. Here we go. Take my stick with me, and off it goes. The first one, and away I go. So that's that. Remember to slow down when you get to the end, and if you slow down when you get to the end, you don't fall off the end, and you can still hear my camera's still going, still taking shots. So I'm just going to stop that, and I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check and make sure we achieved what we set out to. So we've got the ones me coming back, running up the hill, flick through, me walking onto the rock, yeah, hands in the air. So look, perfect composition, hands to the side, yep, and the one standing at the beginning. Brilliant, tiny little speck me. That's that one done. And now the atmosphere in front, I'm just going to take one anyway, because the atmosphere in front looks fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to move up a little bit higher, because they've gone up the hill beside me, and let's just take this one. Yeah, and they've gone right up there behind me, so let's get up there and go and take some more. We're going to go now for a bit of a walk onto the rocks, have a listen to the sea for a little bit. Mrs. C is leaving her camera in the car. Andre said he's never seen this like this either, so it wasn't like this when we were last down here, so they've obviously had a lot of water, a lot of spray, a lot of wind, and a lot of rocks been thrown over the top. So just goes to show how things can change. And if you'd have left your car, there's actually a caravan over there on its side, so yeah, plenty of wind. So this is another one of those really good locations that I'll be bringing my party over to when we visit next year, because it's a great walk along the beach. I can set them free. You can walk along here, you can start looking for things. They've got plenty of sort of rock pools and all sorts of stuff and patterns on the rocks. There's also a small cave over there and a waterfall that drops into the sea. Now obviously that's obviously water dependent to how much flow there is, but you can how much water we've had, and you know, over the weekend and leading up to how big it's going to flow. Now what I have noticed on the Faroe Islands is that when it rains, you get a lot of water in the waterfalls very, very quickly because the ground is so hard and not so porous. It runs off the hills and off the cliffs and off the mountains, but when it stops raining, it's gone. So Andre said he's had loads and loads of rain recently, but these waterfalls are dry because we've had no rain while we're here, and that's the difference of trying to get there when it's actually in between the rain showers to actually get the water. But the light is fantastic. We're getting some lovely crashing waves down here as well. So I'm definitely getting the camera out. I'm looking for a rock pool that's going to lead me through. Now I have been here before, so I'm just going to try and find something different, but I do know that just down on the next shelf is a couple of nice ones. Moved up the beach, moved up a little bit further up towards the beach, and as I walked across I took a couple of handheld shots of rock pools, which I'll put on the screen for you so you can have a quick look at those to give you an idea. Now there is water dropping off the side of the cliff here, and I've just aimed up another composition where the composition is leading from the bottom left hand corner, so it's right down in the bottom. You can just see where the rocks are, and I've got some nice textured rocks in my foreground, and I'm on a wide angle lens. I'm out at about 16mm, which is giving me this lovely curving sweep coming through the image, and the polarizer is on to give me that blue rich water. I've got no colour on the mountains whatsoever, but the sky is beautiful. The tone of the mountains is nice. It's like an off-green tone, and then you've got these dark rich rocks all the way around. And then what I'm doing is I'm just using shutter speeds of about a second to get movement and wait for the water to be in a place where you can see the rocks under the water, and then just randomly taking pictures of the water in different places, doing different things at different times. That way, I've got a full set of images of where it's crashing together, where it's coming over the rocks, where it's rolling off of this part, rolling off of that part. It's maybe coming on a different part of rocks down here in the bottom corner. And then I can pick different parts of the images that I particularly like, and I can blend the water back in. Very, very easy to blend water because you get a lot of room for error where you can actually paste it in and paste it out, and yeah, it's just really just invent the image and create the perfect looking flow through the image. Now I'm at f14, which is giving me quite a time, so I'm going to knock that down to maybe an f8, f10, and then that'll give me a slightly different speed to give me a few more different textures in the water. And that's what it's about on these sort of images. When you see that perfect image that people have put up, when it's got water in it like this, it's pretty much probably been blended at some point somewhere to get that wow supersonic image with the lines, the stripes, the water, the wash, and all the bits going on around it. So yeah, this is particularly nice. If I can hold out long enough and get a bit of light on the mountains as well, we'll nail it. But I don't think we're going to get any. The clouds are pretty thick and the sun's getting pretty low. Well, I've stood up, I've got a head rush, woo! I could stand here all day and watch this. I love the sound of the sea. I used to live by the sea, so I just miss it. This is proper sea, this is the actual sound of the ocean. This really does sound good. Rolling and crashing on the rocks. You've got different varieties of crashing waves as well, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. I think I've got a couple of nice compositionally shaped images. I think, you know, working on the composition a little bit just to home it in, just to make sure that everything flows and doesn't touch the edges, makes a lot of difference. And apart from that, I think we're going to end the video here. We are going to probably find a place to get some coffee and a hot chocolate and maybe a hot dog, because you have to have a hot dog on the Faroe Islands. It's the law.
One every day.
Every day, yeah. Got to have, yeah. Andre's doing a 4-hour exposure. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos, especially from the Faroe Islands. The last time we were here, we did very much different style of things. It was more photography based. This time it's just been a bit of a laugh and having some fun. And yeah, ciao for now. See you soon. And you better say goodbye to the wife because we're going home tomorrow morning. Say bye.
Bye.
We're actually going to Trenelipa, the lake, before we go home. We're not on the plane until 2 o'clock, so we've got until 12ish to have a play in the morning. So there will be another video following this. Ciao, bye bye. Ciao, ciao, ciao for now. Bye bye. See ya. Shut up. Shut up. Bye.